And about 150 yards down the trail, we come to a side trail that goes up to Valley Peak, which is 0.4 miles, and St. Sever Mountain, which is 0.8 miles. That is a much steeper trail than this though, but it's quite nice here today. See the forest, and so far we have not encountered any fallen trees, which hopefully we won't encounter any. I just look into the forest here to see what it's like. Looking north up the trail. Trail ascends for about the first 2/3 of its route. You can probably climb up 30 feet. And here's the forest on the west side of the trail. I'm walking this trail today despite it being a little chilly. There's a light north wind and we're walking right into it. And you can definitely feel a bit of chill. But tonight we could get some snow. And although we're not supposed to get much, these trails are a bit less pleasant when they're snow covered, because you don't know if you're walking on snow over gravel or snow over ice. So far we haven't seen any ice, so that might not be an issue on this trail tomorrow, even if it does snow. And I can see that there was a tree down. Actually, it looks like 2 trees down, but the Park Service has been in and has cut them back to open the road up. And these look like fairly recent cuts. The sawdust on the ground looks relatively fresh. So I'm glad they were here. That would have been quite a pain to get past. Well, I think we have reached the high point, and we're going to begin the descent down to Valley Cove on Somme Sound. Now, I say descent, we probably have 35, 40 feet to descend, and it's pretty gradual. Through the woods here, you can start to see some of the steep hills to the west that bound Valley Cove. As the trail continues to descend, when we look up, we can see the upper parts of the cliffs at Valley Cove. This is a very short trail. Matter of fact, I can see water through the woods over there. I don't know if you can pick it out, but I certainly can. So we're almost there. All right, we're less than 100 yards from Valley Cove. There are the cliffs of Valley Cove through the leafless birch trees. And here's Valley Cove right over here. It's very quiet over here today. As we'll descend the last little bit of the trail, which is a little bit slippery because it's covered with leaves. Not bad though. Okay, just before we get to Valley Cove, we get to a point where the trail goes off to Flying Mountain and back to where we parked if you stay right. And if you go left, it goes around to the Man o' War Truck Road, and you can follow that road out to Route 102. And for the first time in quite a long time that I've been coming here, the trail is actually open around Valley Cove. I guess that's because it isn't peregrine falcon breeding season. And here we have a few steps to get down to the beach and a little footbridge across a dry creek. There we go. There's a little creek bed. Had water running in it a little bit uphill. And we can continue around this way and go up Flying Mountain. It's less than a quarter mile to the top of Flying Mountain from here, but the trail is quite steep. And here's Valley Cove. You can look out over the water, and I can see a little bit of ice on the rocks from where the tide went out earlier today. Tide's pretty far out right now. At high tide, the water is right at the base of these little steps. I guess I'll walk down that way, take a little bit more of a look out over Valley Cove. We can look across. The houses over there are in Northeast Harbor. And then after the last house, as you continue to move left, you go into Acadia National Park. And on this side, it's all Acadia National Park. I'll descend so we can get a nicer look at the cliffs. Well, here we are on the beach. And Sargent Mountain over there. Acadia Mountain. And the cliffs of Valley Cove. It's very quiet here today. There were two other cars in the parking lot, but we saw no sign of them on the way out here. There's still a little lobster gear out in Somme Sound. We're currently looking west across Somme Sound and then north up the sound. So that is the walk to Valley Cove. It's about a 15-minute walk if you take your time. It's a nice walk this time of year. We were going to come a couple days ago, but it was blowing hard out of the north. It was a little warmer, but I thought it would be pretty cold here. I hope you enjoyed this little walk out to Valley Cove here in Acadia National Park on Somme Sound. And if you did, please click the thumbs up button. And if you haven't, why don't you consider subscribing to my channel? I think that after this coming week, we're going to be doing a little bit of snow walking. So you can look forward to that. Thanks for watching.